Hi, friends. This is Becky Lewis in Central Indiana, and today I'm bringing to you an email that I got from Roberto, the astronomer on the case of my object that he named Becky's, what I call the Alabama object. Uh, so he wrote me back in December of last year and sent me this email. And after the email here, and he had asked me to then start communicating with him privately on a separate email because he wasn't happy with Gmail. And so, first, I want to read this email to you for any of those who are on a small device and can't read it. And this is December 23rd, 2017, to me. Here is Roberto writing you. We thank God for your capture on the 26th June and now again from Paula on the 21st December. I am not subscribed on YouTube because that needs a Gmail account, and Gmail is belonging to the Antichrist Masonry now driven by Jared Kushner. Please thanks Paula for the video again. If you want, you can have a look to these links. This one is very important. You can use it if you want. There is no copyright on any page of my website. This does not show an aircraft. Absolutely not. There is the demonstration of the two lights that meet together. I have analyzed frame by frame from the Diversity J video. Thanks to her also, blessed by God the Father too. You can link to her if you have her email address. And more. This is not the object you and Paula got on your cameras. Thanks to the new video, we know that. The Ohio object is something rotating here nearby at speed near to the light speed. I think NASA is not understanding what is going on. One thing about NASA, they made a trip on New Zealand on the 13th of July after have seen your video. They told on a NASA page. Excuse me. As on a PDF of mine, I denounced the matter. Then they deleted the page, saying that the last trip to New Zealand was made on the 23rd of June, 3 days before your video. Now returning on the Ohio video made by Diversity J. Here you can see also the satellites, satellite frames from the two NASA satellites. Hope you can see them. Else please, this is the link. Here you find much more. Please have a look. Shortly I will update also with the new video, with the new Paula video. Take care. Merry Christmas, and Roberto. Okay, friends. So the only thing I've done to this video, to this email, is remove Roberto's address. And then in a follow-up email, he asked me to only communicate from a private email, which I did. And from that email is where Roberto explained to me, and there is no physical evidence because these were all just words back and forth between Roberto and Pete WDHCO, who now has a new channel name. I can't remember. But anyway, the point is, and I'm going to leave these links below. I'm going to leave the links that he's left here on this page. But for right now, I want to go to the video. Hang on here. I want to go to the video that he, okay, the video that he made, because there's two links here. One of them is basically just a video of all the stuff on this link here that's in singular shots, okay? So I'm going to, hang on. I'm going to open this up so you can see. And I'll just let this run, friends. I am not big on all of this stuff. Now, you can't hear what she's saying here. I'm going to pause. I'm going to mute this. Oh, it's not going to let me. Okay, well, it didn't matter anyway. So I'm going to let this run, and you all can just go through it and pause, or you can go to the links yourself. In that email, Roberto said that he had more information to update about Paula's video. But the fact is, friends, there was a lot more emails between Roberto and myself. And mind you, Roberto is an actual astronomer. He was the working astronomer on the case of the Alabama object when I got it and still while Paula got it. Now, what I read in that email and what he was sending here is where Diversity J had captured what was called the Saturn wave. And a lot of big channels came and asked her for her video and wanted to make videos on her video. And what did they do, friends? Some of the biggest name channels out there took Diversity J's video and squashed it like a bug, made it out like it was an airplane and all this other stuff. And so did Pete and several other channels, and whose names I will not mention. But there's a lot of them out there. And friends, I'm telling you, this is such a game. It's such a game to control the information and what people think and feel. Now, here's what I have to tell you about my own capture that Roberto explained to me, and that is that all the data that he gathered, all the numbers that he did as an acting astronomer, he gave to Pete. And Pete continually refused to correct the information he was putting in. False numbers, aiming the object into the sun and the whole big deal. And now, a year later, friends, how many people out there are still putting out videos talking about this thing going to head into the sun and all this trauma it's going to cause and all these things, okay? Now, whatever you find on Roberto's website, I have nothing to do with. I do not necessarily believe like him religiously or any other way, but as an acting astronomer, I feel that it is quite important that his data override the nonsense that people put out. Now, here is another thing that he was talking about either in either in a separate email or in this video. I can't remember. We had so many communications, but he was talking about how Paula's object, or Paula's, what she called the sun explosion, was also the same type of action that Diversity J captured with her P900 zoomed out to space and being up near Saturn and catching this wave. He felt that what Paula caught from the ground from her L830 in broad daylight and showed the sun explosion, he felt that it was the same action. And so for anybody who wants to, I am going to leave the links below, but I just kind of wanted to let this video run through so that you could see what Roberta was saying here. Um, and also, friends, I just want to add in that there is a reason. This is part of the reason I withdrew so badly in the last year. When you find out that so much of this stuff is absolute controlled, focused nonsense, and this doesn't even include the email that I was pulled into and saw the inside of how people really think and what they're really up to and the way they really feel about their own audience, and that all they care about is making sure they don't upset the audience. They don't want to disturb the beliefs or the flow of the audience or upset the wave. Okay. So, friends, I am going to go ahead and let this just play through. You can read whatever it has to say. I am not in to the data side of all this stuff. That's just not my job here. It hasn't been my job from the beginning. The data is what it is for those of you who care about it. Excuse me, but what I do care about regarding the data is when it's falsified and lied about and giving people the wrong information on purpose. Pete WDHCO was warned more than once by Roberto and finally ended the relationship with Pete for his lies and disinformation. And note also that Pete's channel name has changed. And if I find it, I don't even know if I'll link it below. If you really want to look up Pete WDHCO, I'm sure you'll find his new channel. I just don't want to give him 1 ounce of free credit for anything other than helping to spread disinformation and lies that other people then pick up and just carry on with, just like they do all these other channels that they listen to people putting out numbers about what's going to happen and when and what it's all about, and the just absolute disgusting, filthy disinformation that I promise you, friends, is absolutely just completely engulfed. All of YouTube is engulfed with it. It's not just Planet X Nibiru, but especially the Planet X Nibiru information, keeping people in fear, keeping them coming back for more, keeping them occupied, keeping them fighting, keeping them at odds with their own family members, their own work relations, every kind of relationship that you can imagine, keeping people depressed and in the feeling of doom and gloom all the time. And what? Only God knows why did not hit the sun? Wow. I just happened to look at that. Well, listen, friends, I don't want to go on and on because when I'm dealing with this stuff, it does pull me out of a heart space. I am still dealing with PTSD. I am going to be completely honest with you, friends. I am still dealing with the PTSD over so much of this stuff. And it was so shocking. All the other things I haven't shown or talked about, and many that I cannot. You'll just have to figure out for yourself of what you feel and how these people make you feel, and keeping you occupied so much that you feel this need to continue to come back and more and more and more, continually being afraid instead of spending what time you have left to be with your family and friends. Now, I want to show you this and then I'll let this go. This is Paula Gillies' massive sun explosion, what the heck, that she posted on October 11th, or taken October 11th, posted October 15th. And I've paused it right here where the sun explosion happens. Friends, I'm asking you, please go to check out Paula's video, Massive Sun Explosion, what the heck, and please sub her channel. She is doing so much to come along so much, and really has dedicated, every bit of the time that she puts into. Friends, most of us that do this don't even post, not even a not even a small percentage of what we've worked on for hours and hours and hours, and then for whatever reason don't release it, and it also becomes overwhelming. And Paula and I, neither one are monetized. We don't make a single dime. We don't do commercials. We don't sell anything. We're doing these things from our heart, friends. Please go sub Paula's channel and check this out. Now, also, I would ask that you go check out Diversity J's channel. She personally before asked that I did not want me to play her video because of all the crud that it generated and all the massive upset that it causes, but because it is in Roberto's video already, that's what I played for you earlier on when it showed the Saturn wave. So if you want to check out that, then you can just go to Diversity J's channel and go to her little search bar. Let me go to Paula's channel so I can just show you here. There's a search bar, friends. When you go to people's channels, there's a little search thing right here for those of you who have never noticed that. And just like with Paula's video, it was so far back, and I knew it was about sun explosion, so I just typed in sun explosion like this on Paula's video. On her channel, and then it brought up first one was massive sun explosion, what the heck. So just a little tidbit there for anybody. But so friends, I want to end this now, but I just wanted to let you know, and I'm sorry that I've held back this information for so long, but friends, it has been such a horrific year for me with my health, and after having tried to release some of this information before and having come under actual physical, or rather electronic attack and other kinds of attacks against our equipment and against our personal life and against our bank accounts, it just goes on, friends. So please understand, this is not a game in the way that you think. It is a big, horrific game, and it's a game for keeps, and it's a game to keep you occupied and keep you coming back for more and to keep you afraid and to keep you from your family and your friends and your pets and getting out in nature and from healing your body. If you only had 5 days left to live, friends, I would be spending those 5 days, wouldn't you, doing the most important things that you think if you knew ahead of time? What if it's 5 years or 15? What if this doesn't happen and you've wasted all this time every single day of your life sitting on YouTube watching big name channels pump out their fear porn and then telling you not to be afraid and to love each other? Okay? So I'm just saying, friends, and some of them don't even do that. Some of them don't even bother telling you not to be afraid or to love each other. They just pump the stuff out in the most scary way possible. And it's some of the most ridiculous information. I have seen a channel recently that I sub to, and I'm not going to bring it up or name it or specify, but I saw a channel recently who absolutely just completely smashes the crud out of some of these ridiculous different types of calculations that are out there, and some of the things they actually show on video and say about things right there on video that they didn't even bother to check out. And this person goes further into the information or further into the video and shows it was absolute nonsense, being called out by somebody who calls themselves a professional. So I'm just saying, friends, there's so much disinformation out there, and I'm begging you, please open your heart and start thinking for yourself, and just don't take the word of people just because it's on a video. There's a lot of people out there that are just liars. There's a lot of people who just want, all kinds of attention on themselves. There's people who are trying to make money, and there are actual shills who are paid by the higher ups to purposefully disinform, misinform, outright lie, and keep you occupied. Just something to think about, friends. I love you from my heart. And again, I'm sorry that this took so long to put out. This was spur of the moment, and I'm being weighed upon deeply now by those that guide to get these things out there. I love you, friends. Have a blessed day. Go love your family and your friends and your pets and your neighbors. Find out their names. Find out have a barbecue or something, friends. Get to know some people. How long have you lived where you are and don't even know anything about your neighbors? You might need that someday. I love you, friends. Have a good day. Bye for now.